I have a Fiat 500e, as you can see behind me, and I have this car for 1 month, and in that time I'm going to share it with you, explain about the Fiat 500e, and also talk about how I came about this car. A company reached out to me called Onto, really exciting sort of subscription electric company, which I will go into in more detail, but I'm super excited at the moment. Literally, I've driven about 30 seconds to get to this location. So let's start straight away from the top. This is a Fiat 500e. It's a 2022 car. It has a 42 kilowatt hour battery, which is equivalent to about 117 brake horsepower. But the most important thing, and two really important things that I feel is important about electric cars, is 0 to 60 time. This is 0 to 69 seconds. But the 0 to 30 time, which I've just found out, is really good. It's proper punchy and loads of torque being electric. Range, this is a city car. Onto, which I will talk about in a second, say it'll do about 145 mile range. Now, onto the one thing that I'm probably, if I was apprehensive about electric cars, you know, this is my first real proper long-term experience with one. I've driven an Ioniq 5 before for about a couple of hours before early on in the year, but I've never sort of lived with one, never sort of charged one, I've never had a full ownership type experience with the car. And there is a few things that you have to learn. Now, Onto are an electric subscription company, and essentially that allows you the possibility to change your car every single month, should you wish. But the best part that I love about them is that they sort of help you with that EV journey. Onto came about in 2018. They saw a problem that the cost of electric cars is quite high, and also just the knowledge and getting understanding of how they all work. You know, it's different for all of us. We're all used to combustion engine cars. You fill it up at the pump and you go. Certainly I am, being a petrol head as well. The idea is that they are going to try and make it easier and to try and make it better for us all. But I'll go into more details in a second. Now, my subscribers, you guys, you know that I'm a petrol head, and I'll be honest, a lot of people I meet up with, a lot of subscribers I do drives with. For example, the last video I did was in a Golf GTI, a Mark 8. Can be skeptical about EVs. I'm on the same boat, but I'm in more of an open mind to kind of learn more about this car, learn more about living with an EV, so I can sort of tell you firsthand and to give my sort of honest opinion about it. You know, positives and negatives about the Fiat 500e specifically, and positives and negatives about Onto. Because to be honest with you, at the moment, if it wasn't for them, I would be feeling a little bit nervous right now. Let's get straight on and let me show you a little bit around this Fiat 500e, because it's such a cool, quirky car. And actually, if you're a long-term subscriber and know when my channel started up, I've obviously got a limestone grey Golf R, which I have parked up. I'm parking it up for the month. So this is my car for the month. That's a 3-door manual in grey, and it's got sort of like the tinted lights. This looks exactly the same. Now, I didn't choose this spec or anything, and how weird is that? Let me just show you what it's all about on the outside. It's exciting. Please excuse the light. I've just literally finished work to do this. As you can see, it's sort of like little quirky 3-door Fiat 500, an iconic car. And this is what I meant about the rear lights. Can you see the tint in the back? And the 3-door. Looks like my Golf R. In the back, you've got charging cables to charge it, which I need to learn how to do. A few other, you know, you can charge it to like a 3-pin plug socket as well. There's your little Onto badge, Fiat 500e, 72 plate, so it's a 2022 car. Really nice grey colour actually. There's the alloy wheels, and there's the front. I love the quirkiness of it. I love like the little LED lights light up as well. But let's head into it. So how do you get into this car? And that's the first thing that I needed to work out. And actually the person who dropped it off from Onto, and I'll give you my initial sort of experience with them, gave me that full sort of understanding of what to do with the car. But essentially there's a couple of ways to unlock it. You can do it from the app, or you can just do it from the fob. As long as you've got a key fob on you, which I will show you here, as long as you've got this, you can get into the car essentially. Open her up. Now, the one thing that I didn't even notice was how do you then open the door, because there's no door handle. But as you can see, if we step in, be a little bit more quieter in here, you have this button, and that is basically all you press and it unlocks the car. Just looking around here, I really do like the seats. I'll go into this in more detail. This is very much my sort of like, I've literally seconds have picked this up. The main reason why I wanted to get this out to you today is because I've got this for 30 days from today. 14th of November today, so till the 14th of December. And my channel being such a community channel, I really do want you to get involved and help out. Get in the comments any questions you have about the Fiat 500e and about Onto. Let me know in the comments, and what I'll do is I'll do sort of like a living with video next in about sort of a week or two's time, as I've kind of got used to it, and I'll answer all your questions in the comments in that. Try and help you out. I'm just a normal guy. Listen, I've just finished work. This car has got to work for me. There's no sort of getting away from it, and I'm keen to share the positives and the negatives about the experience. That's the main part of what my channel's always been about. Get involved, that's definitely the first thing. But yeah, very initial impressions, I really do like it. I love the seats, and I also like being a bit of a driver as well. You got a decent reach and rake actually adjustment on the steering wheel, and just again on the short drive, and I'm going to go for a longer drive after this, after I film this video, and sort of start the whole kind of living with the car. But it's so excited to share with you this whole experience. Honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm kind of a little bit lost for words that it's kind of even happened, because to be honest with you, it's all thanks to you guys subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, and yeah, I couldn't be more thankful for everything. For me, it's very much, I'm in the same boat as you possibly watching. I haven't lived with an EV. I don't know any of these things, and I've got to learn. And I didn't know anything about Onto either, which is why I kind of want to give the best sort of like positives and negatives of the whole experience overall. My initial sort of like contact with Onto in terms of actually dropping off the car has been unbelievable. It's been so good. It feels like a premium service to me. I'm working hard all day. I don't necessarily have the time to kind of understand all these kind of things. And essentially how it worked was, once the car was kind of booked, all you have to do is kind of like show your driving license, go through their usual checks to make sure that you're all safe to kind of drive. Choose your car. In this case, there's Onto offer a load of different cars. Fiat 500e is actually their most popular model, and literally this morning and like over the last couple of days, you have a few texts saying, car's going to be delivered today, 14th of November. I had a call from the delivery driver early on this morning, just saying where he was, saying that he was going to drive to, well, it was Beaconsfield Services. That's the nearest one, well, the one that he was going to get to me, to give it as much a charge as he could, and the exact time that he was going to arrive. He then gave me another call in the afternoon to say again the time that he's going to arrive. You get updates on the phone from the app, all the details of when they're going to come. The Onto app, it's really good. Tells you like the full charge of the car, tells you how many miles you've kind of done. The kind of information to learn is a lot, and I'm going to do my best to kind of share as much as I can with you, because for me at the moment, I'll be honest, I do feel overwhelmed, and I'm thankful that Onto are kind of there to help me out to understand what I've got to do. Person who they did arrive at the time talked me through it, talked me through the basics. As it's a subscription service, there's less commitment and there's less risk, for certainly from your side and from my side as well, and technology is changing so quickly. This car potentially in a couple of years time could be out of date. There could be a more advanced electric vehicle around. In fact, I say could, there is. The amount of updates and things that go into cars is just mind-blowing. So what's great about Onto is that month on month, from my opinion, it just gives you that initial chance to get an understanding of electric cars. Now, although you do have the option of potentially to actually just have a car for a month and send it back if you wanted to, my probably best advice would be, if you want to get a real experience of this, have it for a couple of months, get an understanding of EVs, get an understanding of Onto. Use the link in the description to learn yourself. Will it fit into your life? Will it fit into your budget? All these things are going to be personal to you. And just because they don't necessarily work today, appreciate we're in very difficult times. It's fairly obvious. And I think Onto very much recognise that as well. It might well work for you in 2023, in a couple of months' time. Well, yeah, not too long away at all. And hopefully I can give you the best understanding over the next sort of month of my kind of ownership with it. But I do like how Onto is there for me, because otherwise, yeah, I'd feel a little bit scared. And I'm genuinely saying that, it's felt good. Now, I'm going to have to learn about all this stuff and see how it goes. And that's where the living with video is going to be most useful. So if you do want to see that, please subscribe and comment below so I can answer your questions in that video. and yeah, share with you what this experience is going to be like. And I'm so excited, and I'm so keen to share with you exactly what it's all about. And yeah, if you use the link in the description, check out Onto, get a little bit of knowledge yourself while I'm learning this car. Ask me some questions so that I can try and find the answers to them as I kind of live with it. But yeah, to say I'm buzzing is an understatement. So excited. And yeah, more videos to come on the Fiat 500e.